around AI. So my project focuses on AI and identity. Um, and I was first exploring how AI perceives identity. So I was playing with um, digital identities of people and trying to explore how an AI system would interpret this identity based on pictures or texts or information and data that they post online. Um, and I was comparing that with how people were perceiving this information and would make conclusions about identity. So that was the first part of my project. And then now I'm exploring how AI can shape identity rather than just perceive identity, because I'm interested to envision how the human will be affected by the increasing integration of AI in our daily life, and how this will affect our brain, our social interactions, and basically our human condition. Like what the human will look like in 200 years, or what the human will be like in 200 years if we continue on using AI on a daily basis. Will that affect our human condition? Will that improve our human condition? What will be the positive aspects of this increased relationship with AI? What will be the negative aspects of this increased relationship with AI? So this is the question that I am asking myself at the moment and that I'm trying to explore. And it's very significant in the context of the boom of AI that is happening in the last few months, and how we're seeing a lot of different AI applications bloom everywhere since ChatGPT came out. And so I want to see how this could change humanity. I think the key message, what motivated me to focus on AI in my research project, was first of all that I explored the field of AI through a policy perspective before in my job, as I was working on the European Union's first attempt to regulate artificial intelligence, the use of artificial intelligence. And I was working on that from a public affairs perspective, so trying to shape this law. But I felt like I needed a more technical overview or understanding of that technology after working on it from a policy standpoint. So that's why I wanted to, delve into the ethical aspects of AI and the ethical questions that it poses, because this is something that policymakers are really thinking about right now. So how should we, regulate AI to make sure that it is trustworthy, to make sure that it is human-centered, and to make sure that, its benefits are maximized and its negative consequences are minimized. So that was really a motivation for me, and also to think that I'm working, on what will be the future. So AI is clearly disrupting completely the way we're living at the moment, and will clearly be part of our future. So shaping the debate on AI and shaping our relationship with AI and our reflection on AI, I think is crucial to understand how we will live with that technology in the future. And in terms of, challenges and opportunities, well, because clearly I was, intrigued by the fact that AI can bring so many opportunities in the health field, in the personal development field, in the research field, and even governments, but it can also bring a lot of challenges. So we need to make sure we strike the right balance between the two, and this is why I was interested in exploring these different scenarios. Sure. When I was exploring how people would behave if AI would be integrated in their daily interactions with people, with an emotion recognition tool that would make them see how their interlocutors are feeling while they speak to them, it was really interesting to see how people tend to trust technology more than their own intuition. So when AI was labeling a certain emotion on someone's face or on the interlocutor's face, people were tempted to trust that interpretation more than their own intuition about their interlocutor's emotion. So I think that was a very interesting insight, showing that we tend to think that technology is this God all-knowing voice and this perfect kind of this perfect knowledge that is out there that transcends and that supersedes human knowledge and human capability. And so we tend to rely on it and trust it more than our own minds and other humans, which I think when you take it to the next step is quite worrying. Are we gonna then delay all our trust and all our confidence and all our decisions to technology and AI because we think it always has the right answer? And if we do that, what could be the risks of doing that? And that's something that was also echoed in another intervention that I did, where I asked people to recognize what content was AI generated and what content was human generated. And when they were spotting AI generated content, a lot of them were saying that they thought it was AI because it was too perfect. So again, this shows how we think that technology and technological output is meant to be perfect. And so this led me to reflect as well on how AI is designed to give you the most efficient, optimized, and probable output. And so that if we continue on using AI even more to make decisions for us, if we continue to rely on AI to give us knowledge and to support us in our daily life, are we all going to be homogenized through AI because we're all making the same decisions that AI has advised to us? Are we going to lose our individuality in what makes us imperfect, what makes us human, because AI is always giving us the most perfect answer? So these were interesting reflections and findings that are taking my research forward. I think my project will be useful and will bring and I hope promote change in the real world, because as I explore what impacts AI could have on us, I think my objective is to prompt people to redefine their relationship with AI and with technology in a way that's beneficial for them. To make sure that we understand what the ethical implications are of using AI in an increasing way, and how that could affect them, the users or the people that are, seeing my project, and triggering a reflection that helps them redefine their relationship to AI to be able to shape a better future of our coexistence with AI. And of course, this is important, relating to your questions, this is important considering the evolving landscape of technology, because as we can see, whether we want it or not, AI is becoming increasingly present in our daily life. And AI was something that was put on the market without any impact assessment, without any test on what effects it could have on us, on the environment, on society. So it's just there now. And so I think it's important to empower people with information about the impacts that it could have on us to be able to help them redefine their relationship with AI in a way that's healthy. Or takeaway that I want to convey with my project is that it's important to question our relationship with technology and not just to accept it as a given, as something that is inevitably happening and inevitably growing in our society, and so that we just have to accept and live with. It's important to question it, to be able to define our relationship with it and to have better control of the impacts that it could have on us and on society as a whole. So yes, I think it relates to citizen empowerment in a way, and choosing how our future with AI will look like instead of just passively accepting it in our daily life. because we tend to just see a future where AI will be omnipresent. But I think it's important to raise awareness that it's possible for us to shape that future, and that there's not just one future that we're destined towards, and that there's multiple futures that await us. But the one that will happen depends on what change or what decisions we make now, about the way we live with a certain technology and about the way we interact with a certain technology. So changing that now will be able to shape a better future, and a better outcome, of our relationship with this technology.